Okay, everybody's Bonkai Nat 22. You know what time it is. It's that Dandadan time. Episode 5, Season 2. This one, very laid back from the craziness that was last week's episode. Episode 5, we can all stay there together. Now, these episodes are basically going to be the later half of the Evil Eye thing. It's just about making sure Gigi, he is suppressing Evil Eye. So basically what they did from last week is they sealed him with Taro, the mannequin. Now, they try to exercise him continuously, and it's like, rah, 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 still Evil Eye, you know? Until at some point in the episode, um, uh, they throw a hot soup on him. There's also scenes in the episode we get basically them going to the hospital, meeting his parents. His parents are fine, and so on and so forth. Also, we get to reveal. There's a reveal on a news report. The woman, the old lady, yeah, she's an alien. Excuse me, alien that was trying to, wreck shit up. So, of the Nito family. And then they have that whole little thing with the family at the hospital, and then they go home. So, but like I said, he gets spilled with hot soup. And Gigi goes back to normal. That's basically the catalyst. In order to break free of the evil eye, you throw hot water on him. However, if cold water goes on him, or anything cold at all, say soy sauce, he reverts back to evil eye. Now, I think I mentioned to you guys there's like a little joke, a running gag. It's not here yet. It's going to show up, though, between Okarun and Evil Eye. But we're not there yet. So then the episode just goes into to the spiel. We have that revelation. So, Seiko, Momo's grandma, gives them thermos of hot water. In case he goes, just pour hot water on. And we all get a really tender moment between Momo and Okaru, which is just like, I just love this dynamic between these two. And I think they're the best couple in Shonen. They're pretty close. But had that moment. And then basically, when they're at school, we see Ari's getting like the cold shoulder from her friends because she said all those mean things about Momo. And Momo basically wants Okaru and Ari to go to her house so they can monitor Gigi, which is a surprise. He is shocked by it. And then basically, they go there and they're having dinner and disaster strikes towards the end of the episode. Also, we get a scene from Tobo Granny saying, you can't contain Evil Eye. It's a spirit. It's a mountain spirit. A mountain, which is like the epitome of godhood. But what ends on happening is Okarun spills a drop of soy sauce on him. Turns to Evil Eye instantly. And it's like a huge explosion. And that's where we end the episode. So it was more just an epilogue here that's going to continue with this exorcism that's going to be on Gigi. And they're going to stay together in the house. It's very warm, heartwarming, and so on and so forth. This is leading into a small arc and a very large one. Now, Rating wise, I'm gonna give this an 8.5. Not a lot happened. Also, we get to see Mantis Man. He could. He actually says in Earth tongue, his name is actually Peeny Weeny, and his son. His son's very cute. And they go in this ship. I love that ship, by the way. The animation for that ship is he goes in the ship, he comes back. It was a funny scene. And we another thing I found interesting about this episode, when they were eating, like they were eating like some kind of they were eating like um I forgot what the dish was called. It was a hot, the daikon thing. Yeah. Odin. They were eating Odin, and it looked like real Odin when we first see it. And then later on, they have another dinner. It's very like real food, not animation. Thought it was done very well. But 8.5 for this one. So, like I said, this is going to continue. This is going to go into another arc. This epilogue of Evil Eye. It's going to go into another arc, which is going to. It's basically going to be about Okaroon and his pull. Sorry. But that's basically what's going to happen. And we're going to get a new character and so on and so forth. But pretty good episode. 8.5 out of 10 for this one. You know, Evil Eye is just, man. I kill all humans. I gotta kill all humans. So they're going to have next week, they're going to have a little tussle with him. They'll bring him back, Gigi, and they'll have the exorcism of him. And then we'll go from there. You know, I personally feel like they should have more episodes because the coming arc that is going to happen is batshit insane, like to the umph degree, batshit insane. But we don't. We're not. Apparently, we're not going to get that yet. So it's going to be more, for that. But that's all I got for you guys. Bonkai 922, Evil Eye. Man. I like this episode too because of the banter between Ari and Momo and the thing with Okaroon and Gigi and Momo and Okaroon as well. Good stuff. I'll see you guys later.